Welcome, everyone. My name is Anthony Pitti from the Pitti Group Wealth Management, and this is the Finance Things in Life. Today, we have a very special guest.
Very special.
Very special. Some would call her the Sasquatch.
Some
wouldn't. I think she wouldn't.
after today, I feel like it's gonna be a lot more people.
Yeah, I hope so. Lindsay Connelly from Linden Digital.
Yes. Awesome.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Thank you for joining me.
I know.
Appreciate
this is
it.
exciting.
We're missing one. Unfortunately, Matt is under the weather, but we're going to roll on. The show must go on, as they say.
I miss him. I've never even met Matt.
I miss him too.
Yeah, this is crap. Matt, feel better.
Yeah.
I'll just come back and use
this one's for you. So it's funny, we have a mutual friendship with Mike Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
I had reached out to you, maybe a few weeks ago about doing this podcast, and you were leaving this studio after doing a podcast with Mike.
Yep.
I watched that today. Fantastic. But there was a lot of things that you discussed on that podcast about, your business, how you got into it, and things like that. I wanted to steer away from that because who wants to repeat themselves?
I don't. I really don't want to repeat myself.
I don't want you to either.
All right.
It's just not good content.
No, terrible.
So some of the things that you didn't discuss is what makes you different from other businesses in your industry. There's a lot of people out there that are saying, I do marketing, I do advertising, web design, SEO, whatever it is, pay-per-click. I'm going to make you at the top of Google rankings. What makes you different from everyone else?
Yeah, so we have a lot of things. And I mean, our industry, like your industry, is so crowded.
Yeah.
It's so crowded, and there's so much work to go around too. So we've grown. We just, looked at our company financials. We did 25% revenue growth this year, and we've done historically like 60, 100% for the past 5 years. And the thing that keeps people coming back to us and having them drawn to us is there's quite a few things, but it's really the team and the culture. And there are so many wonderful companies and agencies like Mike Thomas, for example, like love you guys here. It's like if you resonate with a group of people, you want to be with that group, right?
Yeah.
So we've been very lucky to have a lot of people that really like our culture, and they like some of our friends like, when am I going to get an email for Linden? Can I work there? I love this group, blah, blah, blah. So that's one of the big ones is we do have a really strong culture, and you can see that with the metrics of our retention rate is really high, right? Like it's been in business for 7 years, really tried to scale it at the 5-year mark was when things really started taking off. But our first employee, Michelle, is still with us. Elise and Amanda, Danielle, Gabrielle, like most of our employees now, if they haven't been hired in recent years, have been here for the past 3 to 5 years. And our clients like that because their project manager isn't going to leave them. And if we shift someone around, let's say we bring in someone who's specifically really good at this industry, we check in with them. We have really good documentation, so it's an easy handover. But knowing that you're with the same person that cares about you, knows your strategy, is one of the key things.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. We were just talking before we hit the record button. I had called my website company earlier today. I've got a rep who I've never spoke to. I don't even know where they live. But I just called the number and I got a random person, and I issued what my grievances were, and they just put in a ticket and they said they'd reach out to me. But it's having that relationship with someone I think really helps. And you have that, like you said, that comfortability with the person. So many times when you're calling into a place and you hear a friendly voice or someone that you know or have met and you know them personally, it just feels so much better to do business with that person.
Yeah. And that's what's nice is another differentiator is that everyone's trained on strategy, and everyone at Linden is cross-trained. So I come from a background in startups. So I personally was doing all of the things at Linden before we started hiring people. I can design and build websites. Not well. I can do it. And I had done it historically until we hired a team that can do it better, right?
Yeah.
Same with the paid data analytics. I actually still think I'm good at that, Grace. You can come at me if you think that that you can do it better than me.
You're still good at it?
I think I'm still good at it. I think Grace is better, but I'm still good at it. And like, was doing all of that, was doing the organic social media for us, which also we have a team now that's much better at it. But because I'm trained in all of those things as we were bringing people in, and when you're smaller, we went from 2 to 20 in
Wow.
7 years, and like 3 to
That's wild.
25. Yeah. So I'm big believer in the cross training, because then you can see from a client's lens, be proactive about their strategy to say, I've had clients where I was running Google ads for them. I'm like, this is your budget. This is where you're at right now. This isn't working based on like our projections. Let's pivot you to organic LinkedIn. And I'm thinking of a current client we have right now, already working better for their goals and what they should be doing within like 2-3 months. So it's making sure that the client strategy, their goals, and then what marketing channels we offer that should be helping them achieve those goals. And we do that, like that proactiveness being a differentiator. Within that, one of our tools to do that is our media calculators. So I was telling you a little bit about this.
Yeah.
How many agencies do you think there are? Probably like tens of thousands. There's got to be in the United States.
Yeah.
I should probably know that.
And I feel like that would be difficult to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Google it, I guess.
list somewhere.
Yeah.
I'll have ChatGPT later.
Yeah, some wild number.
Yeah. So, but we've inherited a lot of clients that didn't have this. We're like, oh, wow, this is really refreshing. We have a media calculator for every channel that we run, a channel being Google ads, Meta ads, even a website build, any marketing channel, or we'll say, what is your budget? What is the cost per click for, if it's a paid media channel, what's typical cost per click for this industry? If it's organic social, it's like, what's going to be your typical click-through rate if you get a 20% visibility on whatever we post up, blah, blah, blah. We can track that all the way through to what's our hypothesis on what you're going to earn on this channel per month.
That's wild.
Yeah, and it's fun. It's just math. It's really fun.
Huh.
Yeah, but it's doing research, looking across we build over 110 clients this year, and we have access to most of those data sets to be able to say, this is probably what you're going to get. And we'll be able to diagnose things during a client's marketing where we're say, okay, if the ads are working and we got the click-through rates that we were expecting, or the CPCs that we were expecting, just cost per click for anyone who doesn't know, if your conversion rates aren't working out right. So if we said, oh, we think we'll probably have a 5% lead rate. If it's a 1% lead rate, something's up with the website, or something's up with the type of traffic that we're bringing in. So let's play with that to make sure that we get those numbers to where we want them to be. Or if the creative isn't good, let's say we have the lead rate is 5%, but the leads coming from Google ads don't make sense, which is what was happening for this, one client. It's happened for Linden before, where we had too high of a CPC and not the right traffic coming in. We're like, okay, let's pause ads, reevaluate them, and then relaunch with a new strategy so that channel is working for us.
That's fascinating. First, I've never heard anyone say it's math and it's fun. I do math for a living, and I've never said that. In very small instances, it has been enjoyable.
Yeah.
Fun is not what I would consider. I can't imagine many places are doing that as far as the math, as far as the ROI on something. At least, I come from a marketing background. When I used to work with, different agencies or do any kind of media buying, it's just, this is it. You buy it. If it works, fantastic. If it doesn't, find something else.
Mm-hmm.
But never have I come across someone who's done like the actual ROI. Like, if you put this amount in, this is what you expect in return. Do you see that a lot in this business?
Rarely. I've seen a lot of, this is how many leads you could get. But
right. Here's your range.
Yeah. We try really hard as an agency to go through to the end, talk to sales, and make sure that everything's integrated. And we want sales to help hold our feet to the fire too, where I've seen a lot of animosity sometimes between sales and marketing teams.
No way.
I felt it's wild. I thought we were all best friends.
Right. Marketing has this brilliant idea, and sales is like, I've got nothing.
Yeah, right. But yeah, we work really closely with all of our client sales team to say, like, I've had be like, Will Smith just closed and like came into your website. Did you call him? Like to that level where sometimes we'll,
wow.
I've had my employee Will the other day, we're working on a legal campaign, and one of the clicks in legal, like, could get to like $400 a click to get one to your, like, yeah. So he's like on a call with a client being like, hey, can you just just make sure that converted, because otherwise I want to like
Right.
pause that keyword because
Yeah.
I need to make sure the ROI was there. It's like it was the right keyword. It looked really good. It's like, okay, John Smith came in, make sure he gave you,
Right.
his business so that we know that this is a,
Pricey click.
yeah, exactly.
Oh,
And
you
we
didn't
get
just
into that
like
detail.
accidentally.
It was pretty specific. I don't think so. Yeah. We do that for websites too, though. So you're saying you want to work on your website. We've run scenarios for clients when they come in to say, how much should you spend on your website? And I'll say, okay, for the size that it's at, it's probably going to cost about $20,000. Right now, your conversion rates, you're getting, let's say, 20,000 people to your website a month. And if you have a 1% conversion rate, can we, with a new website, get that up to 5, which is the industry average? If we can get up to 5, then you'll make $100,000 more per month. So that makes sense. Or run it out to say, if we have to spend $100,000 on that website, then you would make the money back over the course of 2 to 3 months after launch. So we'll run different scenarios for people to say, this is what's likely to happen. And we've seen that with our own site. Obviously, like, we didn't pay for it with cash. I paid for it in labor with our team.
Right.
But we had to pause all work for clients on one employee to get it done in a month. And I've seen that, pay off in dividends by the SEO and the types of clients that we're getting in, and say, I know we had an ROI on that.
Wow. That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, and from our experience, I help with the marketing right now. I've tried to take my hands off of it a little bit. But especially in our business, it's so competitive, like you had mentioned. I mean, I could throw a rock and hit another advisor's office from our office. Just the amount of, I guess, traffic towards certain keywords and just the ability to kind of differentiate your website. Like I felt like we were doing a good job just by, tagging photos or, adding in specific words, or I was even uploading, like we do case studies monthly.
Yeah.
I was even uploading the PDFs onto our site. So Google would go through the PDF version and see more content with certain keywords on it. And a whole lot of nothing. I think we get the majority of our traction or leads would probably be a decent amount of spam. I would say probably about 99% of it. But is there overall like something that you would, suggest to a small business trying to, I guess, in a competitive industry, trying to like take themselves over the top? Or is there something that someone could be doing to increase their marketing or digital footprint?
Yeah, I really like with smaller businesses, so sub $1 million, especially a year in revenue, is trying to focus more on that word of mouth, high touch digital marketing strategies. So for me, I come from a lens of my mom's a real estate agent and one of the most successful in the country, and I watched her build that business when I was a kid, and it's like,
shout out mom,
she's a badass. Got so many sales lessons, and then just sitting in the car as a kid being like, oh my gosh, that was fire. Nice job, mom.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah,
it's like little lessons you learn as a kid you don't realize you're really learning.
Right? Yeah, it's crazy. It's super cool. So very fortunate for that. But it's like, I know how powerful word of mouth is and just doing a good job for your client. So I scaled my business to almost $200,000 with a shitty LinkedIn, no website, and just people saying this woman knows what she's doing. And it's just figuring out that's not scalable, right? Like, that's great.
Right.
But how do you scale that? And that's through online signals, comments in social media, Google reviews, working on your own website and making sure that you're putting your work out there. So when people find you, they're like, oh yeah, this is really good. I like to start there of making sure that your content strategy is good, because right now that's where Linden's at. Like, we're around a $2 million a year business, and it's like we're getting so many leads from just our organic social, SEO, PR, awards, things like that we can't scale as quickly to meet demand. So for me, this, like, heading into this year, it's going to be making sure that we operationalize in a way that we can then do paid media and bring in, okay, I want to now be pushing out, we're going to play with Roku ads. We're going to be getting into different territories, things like that. So
it's a Roku ad.
Like Roku, like the TV. Yeah. Like, you can buy, like, it's OTT. So it's just buying a commercial space on Roku. So you could show up on Tubi, Disney, Hulu,
really?
Roku channel. Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, and what's really cool about Roku now is I actually really love our sales rep over there. His name's John Williams. Shout out John Williams.
Oh, John. We're shouting out a lot of people today.
We're shouting a lot. Well, yeah. You can like click to call from a Roku ad with your remote. So let's say like you're watching a football game. This is a little annoying. I can't specifically say to Roku, like, hey, I want to show up on the Bills game.
Right.
Which, by the way, like even for a local ad placement's over $30,000 for a 30-second spot. So
Woof.
Yeah. So that's where you'd want to do a media calc. Be like, how much do I think I can sell? With Roku, I could say I want to show up on just sports related media from the hours of 12, like let's say 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And I could run wings ads. And it'd be like, oh yeah, I do actually really want wings right now. Let me click to call. And I could actually track that ROI through. So it's been really fun. I've been doing marketing for 15 years to see all these new types of ads that you can run and being able to track things, because historically TV's been, oh, if we buy these placements, let's see if our organic traffic pops up, and increases by people searching for us over the next, during that time frame, but then also the next 30 days.
Right.
But now I'm like, I can actually track.
That's really cool.
Clicks and attribution that way. Yeah.
You had you talked about the different calculations as far as the ROI. Has there been an instance in your business where you did this calculation and it didn't pan out as you had thought? And like, what do you do then?
It's life. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Not everything's perfect.
You kind of sigh and you're like, oh, maybe we should try something else. It was fun. I had one guy come in. So he was like, I have been buying Google ads periodically for the past 10 years, and I feel like I'm throwing my money away. I'm like, okay, well, let's look and see. I didn't have tracking or stats for the past, 10 years that I've been running them, but I was like, let's make some guesses. So said, if you're spending $1,000 a month on them and it was a POS system, so like competing with someone like Square, it's buying point of sale software, costs about $12 a click for that. So you would be getting about 100 people in, and his conversion rates were about 1% for getting somebody to like start a trial, I think, or become a purchase. I think it was 1% for a purchase. Basically, then we saw, okay, if that's what your current conversion rates are, that's what you'd be spending to get those people in.
Right.
You would be earning it's 20 cents on the dollar that you were giving Google. So every dollar you give to Google, you get 20 cents back. Yep. And I was like, yeah, you should never do this. And don't pay me, don't pay anyone to run Google ads for you. And instead, what you should do is, if your conversion rates at 1%, focus on what can we do to the website to get it to 5%, because he had so much great reviews on Captura and all this organic traffic coming in. I'm like, you can focus on instead making your landing page better, which he had the internal resources to do. And that way you don't have to spend money on an agency. But sometimes it works out really well to go the other route. Like, it's just math.
Yeah, it's just math. It's fun.
It's just math and it's fun.
Yeah. I guess, how did you come up with the idea to do it?
Just coming from a background of, I did a lot of work in startups when I was younger and did a lot of business plan competitions and things like that at RIT, plus working on my own business. Just extremely cognizant of all of the dollars. And most of the clients that I originally started out with were smaller businesses, not huge marketing budgets. Every dollar means something to them. And I get really bent out of shape if I don't generate ROI for our clients. So I was like, how do I build something to help me help them? And that's where the idea came from. And, I come from agencies where I'd be managing, like $2 million a year. That's almost easier because the stakes aren't as high for someone who has, for just Google ads, $2 million a year.
Right.
You got some wiggle room and overhead that can help compensate, and you've got room to play.
Yeah.
When you have I've had clients, I have $400 a month, and if it doesn't work out, like,
then we're not in a good spot.
Yeah.
And I need this.
Yeah. And I'm a rock climber. Like, I like high stress situations. So I've always been a little bit drawn to that. Yeah. We love it. And all of those learnings in that high stress, high stakes scenarios have worked out really well for our larger clients, right? Like, we're still managing budgets that are $150,000, $200,000 a month for some huge clients, but they love that we're so responsible with those dollars. We never say like, well, we got you this many impressions.
Right.
Or like, we got you this many students.
Well, I feel like it's got to be such an easier sell. Like, when you're talking to a marketing company and you're like, I've got $100,000 budget, and they break down what they're going to do, and they say, we can give you this many impressions or whatever. Well, I hope that's going to work.
Yeah.
But having that kind of calculation and saying this is what we expect to get in return, I feel like that's just such an easier conversation to have.
It is. And we've also walked into conversations where all of our fees are flat rate. The only time we charge a percent of media is if it goes on our credit card, purely because it's really annoying, like accounting wise, to deal with it.
Yeah.
So we like it when our clients get those points and not us. 'Cause I'm like, I don't,
Yeah.
our controller doesn't want to deal with it either. But what's nice about that is our clients know that we're not making more money by jacking their budget up.
Yeah.
So if we have had clients come in and say, we want this goal of X, right? And I was like, okay, like, you want to do that in a year? Like, yeah, ran the calculator. I'm like, you're going to need $2 million to do that. And we've been in like the running with, a few other agencies when you're pitching. They're like, we really like you guys, but your budget was like 5X everyone else's. I'm like, that's what the numbers are telling me. I'm not going to.
You can spend less, but you're probably going to get less.
Right. Like, I'm just being completely transparent with you. I'll try to do this for this budget. And we've ended up winning contracts like that still, just because they're like, wow, you're being radically honest with us. I'm not going to promise you anything.
Yeah.
It'd be easy to give you a lower budget number to make you say yes, but I'm not going to ever do that to somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like people just meeting you and knowing, having a conversation when you kind of get that feeling that like, this person is being genuinely honest. They're a very real person to talk to. Sometimes you feel like when you're getting sold.
Yeah.
And it's just like a gross feeling.
Yeah.
So I feel like you're telling me exactly what I want to hear, and it doesn't feel good.
Yeah. I've dealt with that too much on my end too, where I'm just like, no. Like, yeah.
Almost like really when you're buying a car, and it's just like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, I'm going to tell you everything that you want to hear. And then right before you sign, it's like, oh, actually, we had to do this, this, and this. And you're not actually going to get what you thought.
Yeah.
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 It's just not a good feeling.
No, I never want to do that to somebody.
No. Mm-hmm. No. Just having that kind of realness about someone.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when people are buying from a company, they're buying from you as a person, not so much the brand, I guess, helps overall, but I feel like just understanding who you are and understanding, your personality or where you come from is the main selling point, because people want to work with people. They don't want to work with just a brand.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. The brand just helps be like, you can expect that anyone that works here will have the same ethics and values, and we've got different personalities internally. Everyone jives really well, but we've for sure moved people around where it's like, hey, like, this just personality fit wise isn't working out. And tell our clients that, like, if you want to switch your manager, if you're just not vibing with somebody, like, you can do that too, and we're like, no one's gonna be mad about it. It's totally fine.
I mean, we've had clients where my father's had a client for upwards of 30 years, and then their kids want to end up being clients as well, but they're like, I don't really want to work with Sal, maybe someone a little younger. Sorry, Dad, but it happens. So a little more on my wavelength.
Yeah, for sure. I've had clients be like, you don't rip a lease out of my cold dead fingers. Or like, and that happens with a lot of our employees, where we become friends with our clients a lot of times too, because it's, I don't know.
You work so closely with them. It's hard not to.
Mm-hmm.
And especially when you're helping them grow their business and you kind of see them succeed from the work that you've done, you build that strong bond, because you are essentially their cheerleader, and then they get excited when you're talking with them, kind of strengthens that bond.
Yeah. And our clients are so cool. They're doing the most amazing things in our community. So we feel really invested in that. And whether it be this community, or we've got clients, in California and Florida, wherever, it's just really cool to see the impact that they have around them. And it's been, because if you're hiring a marketing company, you should be in growth mode. So all of our clients are just so smart. They know what they're doing. And we're really lucky to be a part of that.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you had mentioned, you talked about culture a few times, and I love the word culture because I feel like it's thrown around a ton.
It's so fun.
Right. It's so fun.
It's so fun.
It's so fun. Yeah, definitely one of those ping words or whatever they're called. I don't know. So you had mentioned you'd gone from 3 to 20 employees in, what was it, 5 years?
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about, like, how are people getting drawn to your business? What draws them? Is it like the funny videos that you're posting? Is it just,
Oh my God, we're funny. Thank you.
Like I saw you guys had a retreat, so to speak, and I think someone brought you pie.
Oh, the Winter Olympics?
Yeah, it's the Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about like, everyone says we have great culture. Like, what is it that you have?
Our culture is like not safe for work. I don't know, like it's very
We
real.
love it.
Yeah, a lot of just we take our work extremely seriously. We don't take ourselves very seriously. So the other day, yeah, I think it was yesterday, I thought it would be really funny to prank my cousin who works for one of our clients at RIT, and we put her on a billboard, like
No,
a childhood picture of her,
get out of
and
here.
got her boss in on it. It like kept it a secret for a month, and then just deadpan pranked her like, yeah, so we're gonna put this picture of you on an ad for this like client, and it's gonna be in Rochester on like a bunch of trucks. And she was like,
On a bunch of trucks.
yeah,
She's
like
just driving around Rochester.
yeah, just like a baby picture of her. And she's like, okay. And she's like, I can't tell if you're joking. And I've got another employee in on it. And then we're like, Sam, sorry, like, yeah, we're not actually doing
Oh
this.
my god.
But I call her afterwards, and she's like, you're the most unserious person I've ever met. So it's stuff like that. We do our Christmas tree didn't have any ornaments on it. So during the holiday party, I don't know how it happened, but all the team members started decorating it with like Space Kitty and the High Noons, and now we have a beer tree with our stickers all over it.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
they want to post it on LinkedIn, and I'm kind of like, I think that might be too much. It's not too much.
No,
It might be.
I say go for it.
You say go for it? All right. I said I would like vibe
100%.
check it with a few people.
Vibe checked. I give the approval.
Okay, so the Christmas tree might be going up on LinkedIn because of this. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Okay,
You're welcome.
cool. Yeah, so it's stuff like that. People have.
And if you don't, because I hear you keep your promises.
I do keep my promises.
So if you don't do it,
No.
we can come back to this and say, listen, she said she was going to do it.
Okay, I guess we're posting the Christmas tree too. Yeah,
If
but
you bought a building for an employee, I feel like you can put a tree up.
I did. I bought a building for Gabrielle. Yeah, I could put the tree up. Yeah. But yeah, Ashley is one of our amazing co-ops. She made a pie with Linden in it. We had one of our clients, Kitchen Manifest, who, by the way, hacked the salt bread recipe in Rochester.
The salt bread.
You've never had salt. If you've ever been to like Ars Market or anywhere and gotten the Rochester salt bread,
No. What is this?
it's bread crack. It's insane. It's so good. Yeah, I'll get you some. Or go like make it from Rosalie's blog, Kitchen Manifest. It's amazing. But she brought us a ton of that.
I gotta write this down.
I know, write it down. Anyways, like, so she's one of our clients, and she's like, I just want to bring you guys all some snacks. And we're just really proud of the community that we've built. People want to be in it. I think it started really, really early on, where I've been part of different environments that have been super toxic. And from day one, I was like, there's absolutely no shit talking. If I catch you doing it twice, you're gone.
Yeah.
Like, there's place for like critical feedback, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're very direct at Linden. If something's not
But
getting
make it
100,
constructive.
yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
like, this looks like trash. And then Danielle will be like, thanks, boss. I'm like, but I know it's going to be good. I just don't like this right now. And then she can say it back to me because we're so direct. Or she's like, you could have tried harder on this.
Yeah.
Right. But it's that thing of let's be constructive and give feedback and be direct and not be sneaky or have weird politics or whatever.
Yeah. Especially with like a smaller, tight knit company like that can just be a cancer to the group.
It's so bad.
And it's awful because, like, just like a cancer, like it spreads and it's so hard to cut it out. Like, as soon as one person starts doing it, then another person feels like they can start doing it. And it's awful.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I've been part of work environments like that, and it is. Ugh.
It's just so unproductive too. I'm like,
Right.
we're all here to make money and make other people money and like be a good part of the economy. Like, this is so unproductive.
Right. Like, let me help
Yeah.
you like grow in your career and make more money, and this business make more money, and everyone be successful. Like, we don't need to be talking shit.
Yeah, exactly. No space for it.
No. No. Yeah, I feel like that's such an underlooked area, but I feel like it's just one of those things that places just deal with.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why?
Yeah. Well, then you just stop caring about like everyone at Linden really cares about Linden. Like, I'm a Lindy. We had one of our newest employees, Gwen. She made stickers for everyone for Christmas when we all have like in Slack, we all have our own heart emoji with different colors, and she put them all on this sticker. It was just everyone at Linden has done something so cool, and it brings so much to the culture.
Yeah.
You just can't, if you kill that, then someone's be cool, I'll do this job for 1 or 2 years and then I'm gonna resume hop and bounce.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want that. I want, like, especially, I'm such good friends too with so many people, our clients, our employees, whatever. Like, I just want to keep that community together.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and it just helps like further grow your business.
mm-hmm.
Like you don't want like clients calling in and it's like asking for so and so, and a month later they're gone, and then they ask for the new person, and 6 months later they're gone. It's like, well, what happened? Like, what's going on over there that no one is still there?
Right.
Right. Yeah, uh, it just can ruin a business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So super proud of that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You've won some awards lately.
Yep.
Small Business Person of the Year.
Yes. Won that. That was exciting. Look, I just like being at the table with everyone.
Yeah. Hang out at a party.
Yeah. Winning is like icing on the cake. I get to, freak out and give a little speech and whatever. That's super fun. But it's, yeah, just the community of being at those awards and at the table with all these people that I respect so much.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's been really great. And people coming up and being like, hey, like this is the visibility it gives us. Be like, hey, what you're doing is really cool. And we'll get people coming in and be like, hey, do you need help or advice? I'm like, yeah, I've never done this before. That would be great.
I'm going in here completely blind.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's awesome. I guess if you could like pinpoint, and this is probably a terrible question. If you could pinpoint something, I'm not going to say one thing or two things, but something towards just the success of the business. I have a feeling I know what you're going to say. The success of the business, and just like been in business for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
You've already had some great notoriety. What would you say has been like the main factor of that?
The people.
Yeah.
Is that what you thought? It was.
I was answering my question as I was saying it. I was like, whatever. Maybe she'll say something completely different, and this will be like breaking news.
Coffee.
Really
good for business.
2 pots a day, did you say?
I know. It's so bad.
That's excessive.
It's really bad. Oh my gosh. I got to the office today and I just bought a $1,500 like latte maker because it's going to save me money on Starbucks in 2 years. ROI. Yeah.
The calculation, math.
I just want lattes on demand.
Yeah.
And I want my employees to want to go to the office. Sure. But I'm like shaking a little bit right now. It was like
some water.
4. I know, like that's why. Some water. I'm like 4.
My doctor has gotten me down to 1 cup a day.
I hate that for me.
But
yeah,
what they don't know is it's 1 cup of coffee a day and 1 energy drink a day.
Ooh, you're sneaky.
Oh yeah.
You're
How many cups of coffee do you have? One.
One.
Yeah. You didn't ask me how much caffeine I'm having.
That's awesome. I don't drink soda or energy drinks.
Oh wow. Bravo.
I just don't like it.
Oh,
it's
really?
Yeah, I've tried Coca-Cola before. I'm like, this is disgusting. I hate this. Yeah.
No, I don't do the like Coke or Sprite or anything like that.
No.
But there is one energy drink that I can't stop drinking.
Which one?
It's called Jocko.
All right, I'll try that.
It's like an all natural. So they have different flavors. I drink an orange soda type of one.
Okay.
It's top notch. Like it's not overly sweet or anything like that, and it's so good.
All right, you try salt bread and I'll try Jocko.
Oh, I'll try salt bread all day long. I feel like one of those is not equal to the other. One's a lot less healthy.
Yeah. So something I find interesting about you've been in marketing.
Yeah.
And then you went into finance.
Yeah, never wanted to.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
I was a finance major and then got into marketing because I hated it.
Complete opposite.
Complete opposite. Can I ask you a question? Like,
yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's flip the script. It's like an interview. You know what? Let me interview you for a second. Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah. So why did you switch to finance from marketing? Because you were doing like what I do.
Not to the scale by any means. I tried to.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to all through high school. I wanted to work at an ad agency. I grew up in Canandaigua, so Dixon Schwabel, big thing. But I wanted to move to New York City. I wanted to work for a big ad agency. That was like my thing.
Okay.
And that's all I thought about. And went to college. I wanted to learn every aspect of like marketing. So, how to build a website, how to do a logo, the sales side, all of it. So I just wanted to understand the overall scale. So graduated from college. I worked at Bristol Harbor doing marketing for them. So, kid coming out of college, majored in marketing. I thought I basically knew everything. I could build a website. That was essentially it. But I would come up with like different marketing campaigns and things along those lines. After a couple of years, I just realized I wanted to do something different. So I pitch the idea that I was going to start my own marketing company. They could become a client. And then I would just go do essentially marketing, advertising, web design for smaller businesses. There's like similar to you, I saw a niche where a lot of small businesses couldn't afford to hire a big agency.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, I can just do that for them and help them as far as the small scale that they had. But I was like 24, couldn't pay my bills because I wasn't getting paid on time. I'd send out an invoice, they would just ignore it. And I was like, wow, this like whole like owning a business thing is actually kind of difficult. I did it for about 4 years, 4 or 5 years. I got a decent like client base, but it was like, it burned me out, and I didn't have the maturity enough to know that I was getting worse at things and I could probably hire other people to do it for me that were significantly better and just scale that way. So I wasn't doing all of the work.
Yeah.
So I just didn't understand that side of it. I didn't have like the business acumen to realize that. I felt like I had to do it all. So then a buddy of mine, I was just kind of venting to him, and he was like, well, why don't you come work for us doing recruiting? So IT company doing recruiting, essentially recruiting UI and UX designers. So people that develop and design apps. And I was like, oh, I kind of know that space. It's like, it'd be pretty easy.
Right.
Loved meeting the new people and like helping them. Hated the corporate lifestyle. I hated like if our director was coming in the office, I'd have to put a tie on and like kiss ass.
Yeah.
Bleep that if you want. Kiss ass. And it was just like not, I was like, why? I feel like it should just be off of like, what I'm bringing to the business and like what I'm doing. I feel like I shouldn't have to basically suck up to someone to get ahead in the company.
Yeah.
So I was just getting really frustrated. My father and my brother were about to go independent for the Pitti group. We were with Morgan Stanley prior. They needed someone to help with like marketing and business development. And they're like, well, why don't you come over and do marketing for us? You could do recruiting of new advisors and things like that and just work for us. And I hesitated for a while because I did an internship with them when I was in college, and I hated it. Hated it. To be fair, there wasn't a whole lot I could do because it's such a regulated business.
Right.
So I was mostly filing for about 8 hours a day, which just wasn't enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember after the internship, I was like, I will never get into this business. I was like, it's terrible. But I decided to pull a trigger. I said I would join. 3 months later, I fell in love with the business. I realized like how much actually goes into it. As far as like, there could be, news with now like news about chips with NVIDIA, and it can just affect the market completely, or elections, or just different policies, how it can change the markets, and how people planning for retirement or their investments or trying to save up for a house, how can it all kind of wraps together. And it was fascinating. I talked to him about it, my father, and was just like, what are your thoughts if I decide to get licensed and become an advisor? He's like, you can get licensed, go for it. It's not an easy task.
Yeah.
But that's essentially how I got into it. From then, it was just all systems go. Still did the marketing for a while. We recently hired a marketing person to help out with that about 6 months ago. But yeah, I just never looked back at the marketing side.
That's crazy. So it's like from the finance side compared to marketing, the customer acquisition process, how is it different?
Oh gosh, significantly different. It's a lot more difficult to acquire clients now. I feel like before I could cold call someone. It might have been just the time that I was doing it. I was cold calling and I was able to get like business out of it. And at the time, like small businesses, they needed help with their marketing. I would go on Google and I would type in an industry of local companies within that business, and I would just click on every single link to look at their website. And if they had a bad website, I would just call them and say, can I talk to your marketing person about redoing your website? And that's how I got business.
Love it. Yeah, that's hilarious. I love that.
Yeah. Now it's a lot more difficult. There's like a lot to one. Extremely competitive. Advisors are calling people, most prospects are probably getting 3 or 4 calls at least a week from an advisor. Company wise, if it's like a retirement plan, whoever the HR person or whoever in charge of the 401k is probably getting at least 7 calls a week from an advisor. So it's really competitive and it's hard to differentiate yourself. Joe Schmo from Morgan Stanley calling, or Edward Jones or wherever it could be, and not having that kind of name notoriety can be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, the relationship side is the same. If people trust you, they've heard of you, or they know you from someone else, a referral, that part is so easy just because they've got that trust already.
Right.
But I would say most of the time when we're able to have a conversation with someone, or someone's able to come into a meeting and know how we are different from everyone else, people are realizing that, like, oh, I feel very comfortable with this, because it's the most money people have saved in their entire life is usually when they reach out to an advisor. So that's a very emotional time. We're talking a large sum of money that they got to trust you not to screw up.
Right.
So that part's relatively the same as far as the relationship side.
Yeah. What's been the most useful marketing tool for you in your business now for finance?
Gosh.
You aren't tracking this?
I know. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I actually just scrambled and did all of Linden's.
Oh, really?
Oh my gosh, I'm so bad. All of my department heads were doing their job and doing it, and I'm trying to centralize it right now.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things where you're going so fast.
Yeah.
So I am now doing what I do for all of our clients.
There you go.
It's been really fun.
Yeah.
I love data entry.
I love it.
I love it.
Data entry, math, analytics, love these things. Yeah, I should know the answer to this because we were just talking about this about a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the most effective form of marketing for our business is honestly probably this podcast. We started this back in March, and we've just been posting the reels, and posting episodes to Spotify. We had some really good analytics come back from Spotify.
Cool.
We're in like the top 90% of videos shared on Spotify.
Let's go.
Pretty wild.
Heck yeah.
And we were like, I don't know what percent, I'm going to get the statistic wrong, but as far as new episodes, I want to say we're like in the top 10% for new episodes.
That's crazy.
Which is pretty insane.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So that was,
congratulations.
thank you.
Wow.
That was pretty exciting.
You're like good at marketing.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
No.
It's like you've done this before.
It's almost like I know what I'm doing.
That's what I say every day when I wake up.
Yeah, so I would say this. It was definitely very uncomfortable to start, but people see you, they see your personality. My brother and I kind of interacting. I think people kind of understand like what the vibe is of the culture at our office.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's also a big part. Like when people think of financial advisors, like one, probably not fun to talk to. Like I've tried to recruit advisors. It's very difficult. Most of the people I try to recruit or I've tried to like talk to, I wouldn't trust to watch a cactus, let alone my money.
Can that be the title of this episode?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Note it. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah.
I feel like that's another way of kind of us differentiating ourselves as people. We're real people. We're not just like putting on some act. We're not strictly talking, you're not going to sit down and strictly talk dollars and cents. We're going to have a conversation, see what life is like. I always laugh at like all these commercials online where it's like their advisor walking through a hallway. It's like, oh, how we're different. Suit and tie. We don't wear a suit and tie. We try to dress business casual. We try to keep our office casual, fun, make jabs at each other once in a while. Family business.
Yeah. It's got to be so much more at stake, though, because I was telling you before this started that, I work with one of my roommates from college and her sister. Michelle and I have been together for 7 years now. Danielle and I rock climbed together. I've got a story about how I met everyone, but I've known, Elise and Amanda for 16 years now, 18 years. So for you guys, it's even more at stake. For us, I'm like, I just never would ever screw these people or therefore clients.
For sure.
I need to make sure that we can work together forever. And with your family, it's even higher stakes. People trust you more where they're like, oh yeah, they're a family, so they're really going to take care of me. Or
and I think that's a great question. I think we treat our clients very similar to how we treat each other in the office. So like the one thing I love about the family business is I know the work that I'm putting in every day is going to not only help my family, but my brother's family, my dad, the people that work for us. Like, and I will take this away from my previous job that I despised. Everyone is very invested in other people's goals. So like if someone wanted to buy a house, like it was posted up on a big board, like this is this person's goal. And when you achieved it, like you took it down and like that was your goal for the year, or buying a new car, or, getting married, whatever that goal was. So I try to stay invested in not only employees' goals, but obviously our clients' goals. So like if a client wants to achieve something, if an employee wants to achieve something, I know the work that we're doing is helping them achieve that goal. So it's very blended together. So I think that it kind of comes through like, I know every day that I come into work, I'm putting my best foot forward because it's going to pay off not only for myself and everyone else, but also our clients.
Yeah, for sure. That's really cool. I think it was when you were talking, I was thinking about time and just what matters to you too. So with Linden, no one's trying to just squeeze every dollar out of it because there's something else at stake. It's like, I like spending my time here, which is ultimately the most important thing that we have in this world is our time.
Right.
So even for clients, like that extends to them too, where they'll say like, oh, I can do this, right? We have flat rate prices and maybe something's outside of their scope. I'm like, it'll take me 5 minutes to change your LinkedIn profile photo. I'm already here. Like, I don't care that it's not in scope. Like, go do what you're good at. I want to protect your time to give you more time back to do what you love or be with your family, whatever.
Yeah.
So I think that that's something too that I don't know if you can relate to that, where you're like, there's something more at stake here.
Yeah, for sure. So obviously our fee structure is a little different as far as, we're not attorneys. We're not charging by the hour or anything like that. It's just a strictly, a fee base. We don't get commissions or anything like that, which I think really resonates with people. So there's, certain people in our business that'll push a product that you might not need and get commission off of it, and you kind of feel gross.
Yeah, it's the same here. I'm like, please don't sell them that. Like,
that
we never had that before, but
I had a client reach out to me, and I was gonna go off topic, but reached out to me probably a month ago. He had an advisor cold call him trying to sell him something, and he's like, "What are your thoughts on this?" And I was like, I think he's trying to earn his paycheck before the end of the quarter. Like he's got a commission to meet, or some kind of something to meet. I was like, because it just doesn't fit you, quite honestly.
Right.
And as independent, since we've gone independent, we're what's considered a fiduciary, so we have to do what's in our client's best interest, no matter what. And the SEC will audit it for us, or audit us for them. So we have to keep very detailed notes about those things. It's a little bit different. There's a lot of avenues where someone will be like, can you do this for me? I'm like, yeah, like, of course. Like, we don't really deal in that area. Like, if someone that was looking to buy a car, I was like, let me know what they're looking to charge you or whatever.
Yeah.
I can give you some kind of advice on it. It's not my realm, but I bought plenty of vehicles. You hate doing it. I'm happy to help you. I was like, call these 3 places and tell them you're trying to buy a vehicle and have them compete against each other if you really want to get the best price.
Yep.
But it's just like simple things like that. And I think that just comes with the relationship that we have with our clients. Like they just feel like we're just their person on the other end of the phone that can give them some solid financial advice when they need it.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Same here. If I can help, because now people are asking me for stuff like business advice. I'm like, are you sure you want to ask me? Like, well, you won this award. I'm like, that's true.
You're kind of a big deal.
I wouldn't go that far, but I do appreciate that.
Kind of a big deal.
Kind of. You said that kind of. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I am kind of a big deal. Yeah. Maybe someday it can be a big deal, but not this day.
I mean, having 20 employees, I think, is a pretty big deal.
Thank you. It's been really fun.
Yeah.
I
mean,
very
that's
proud of that.
Definitely something that's an accomplishment, because there's a lot of people out there that, myself included, was not able to pull that off. I just was not at the capacity to pull that off.
I don't know about it's like there's all these different things that happen where like get you to that point, because I could have consulted forever and didn't realize I was also getting extremely burnt out. Like, Michelle joined as a co-op because I was so burnt out. I was like, I was getting married and I had been getting my MBA, managing 11 clients. I was working on a different startup with somebody else. I was renovating, my house. I said, I'm like planning a wedding, which is a part-time job. I was burnt out.
Yeah.
I hired her to answer emails for a week. I was like, just don't set this on fire. and be my co-op for, she was at RET at the time for, 2 months.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I actually like working for you. Can I stand part-time? Like, sure.
That's awesome.
And then it became more full-time. And she was starting to get burnt out too. She's finishing her degree, working 32 hours a week. I'm like, that's an insane amount of work
Wow.
to do. So she did that for a full year too after like that first year, and then said, I still want to keep working with you. So I'm like, damn, really? Wow, thank you. I want to work with you too. And I was pregnant. So it's like, oh, I know, like you can't work the full, like, you have kids. It's just, you have to stop at a certain point, before I'd be like jamming out to Skrillex, drinking wine at like 3 a.m. doing websites. We're like, yeah, I'll do this. This is awesome, right?
Skrillex?
Dude, if it's 3 a.m., like Skrillex is the move if you want to stay up. But now you're like, I can't do that anymore. It's going to be very sober, like feeding a baby. So I hired her full time. It was like, I have to give her a real salary. And it was that. So my daughter's really the reason why this is all here, maybe, because you have to, just money becomes a thing of how do I get myself more time back? And
shout out to your daughter.
Yeah, shout out. Thank you, Dakota. So yeah, and then hiring Elise was like, I almost wanted to throw up that day because there was so much, like our friendship was at stake, all this stuff. She was the most perfect qualified candidate ever. I'm calling, HR being like, is this stupid? And she's like, no, it's actually, and you're in a family business. It's definitely, there's some things that you get nervous about, maybe, or there's challenges that are different than if you never knew each other, but there's such a trust there where you can finish each other's thoughts, kinds of things. And I think that's helped really scale things too, where it's just the trust.
Yeah, it just adds another layer of complication to it. Like, I've heard of horror stories where people hire their friends and it turns out terribly and you gotta let them go and it ruins that relationship.
Yeah.
So there's definitely high anxiety moment.
Mm-hmm. There's also the partnerships where people go into it and they don't know each other and then end up hating their lives and the whole thing blows up anyways. And at least you didn't lose a friend in the process. But it's I think HR said, well, it's a known entity. Like, that's a good way. Yeah.
Very HR.
Yeah.
Well, what I guess rounding it all out, what do you have an outlook for 2026 and beyond? Like, what's your overall goal moving forward? I mean, you've scaled so much over the last 5 years. Like, what's your ideal situation moving forward?
Yeah, it's getting more into operations. I've never run a company this big, so a lot more personal development for not just me, but all of my managers, making sure that we have things consistent, making sure that each employee has a clear outlook on what they need to do to grow the company. And those are all the monetary goals, right? The math, the fun stuff.
Yeah.
But it's also just who do we want to be and what do we want to do for our clients? So we're talking about all of that internally and just saying, we're so good at what we do. And one of our core values is excellence, and just pushing that out there to say, like, this is just for small businesses. Like, we just fee structure wise, I can't take on people that don't have, at least $50,000 a year to spend on marketing, because it's not right.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, go watch our YouTube channel, go look at the things that we're doing, do that until you get to this point or whatever. So we're just coming up with all these ideas of what do we do next? What are our clients asking for? How can we serve them better? And for our bigger clients, it's like, how are we going to use some of the tools that we have to scale with you and grow faster? It's really interesting moving out of, my favorite thing to do is sales, because I get to talk to all these awesome people, and I'm handing that over to Will more now. And I'm like, he's amazing at it. And it's just such a weird feeling as you evolve. I'm like, oh, my role's changing. We're building a system. And
I mean, I guess the duty of sales is not on your plate, but I feel like everyone is in sales at some.
Everyone at Linden is in sales. Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter who you are, you're always selling something. Whenever you talk about even where you work, it could just be a casual conversation. Someone that works for you could be talking about how great of a workplace it is. Start recruiting. All of a sudden, you're a recruiter.
Yeah.
Or just selling. What services you guys do. You be talking about how great of a job you guys do at building a website, or the ROI and the analytics of it all. Now all of a sudden you're in sales.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say everyone is in sales at some level or fashion.
Yeah. And I love sales, and people take it as this gross word or like think of this person trying to push something up.
Right.
And it's like, no, it's just relationship building and it's figuring out, can I solve this problem
Right.
for you? Right.
Yeah.
And that's how you obviously think of it too, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, I just want to serve you.
Yeah. I mean, that's been such a big struggle. I will say, getting back to one of your questions from before, that was one of the biggest struggles I had getting into this business is how do I show myself as not someone who's trying to profit and someone who's just trying to solve a problem.
Right.
So like when I was recruiting, someone would tell me what their dream job was, and I was essentially headhunting for them, trying to find, what would be the best fit. And in certain scenarios, it was like, this person's not the best fit. They could probably fit. But in that environment, it was like, let's just do it. Like, let's just force them into the position because we need to hit a quota or whatever.
Yeah.
So that was like my biggest struggle is like, how do I tell them what I'm doing is actually going to be beneficial and I'm something that's completely different from any other advisor that they could have, and it doesn't feel like sales.
Right.
And it was just like such a hard concept to come up with because I was like, I don't want to be an insurance agent like trying to scare you into buying life insurance or, whatever to scare you about the market. So you need to, move your money and have us manage it. It needs to be more of a genuine conversation. Be like, this is what we provide. If you'd like to work with us, great. If you don't, fine.
Yeah.
And even on the other aspect is, even if you do want to work with us, I might not want to work with you.
Right. Yeah.
Like there's been scenarios where, you got to turn down a client. And it's like, we have a very, I don't want to say regimented, but we have a very cohesive way of how we do business. And we don't want to teeter from that because we've, kind of perfected it. So if someone's like, well, I don't really want to go that route and I want to have control over this, or I want you to call me every time you're going to make a decision, it's like,
yeah,
fortunately, it's not going to work that way then.
No, you can't move as agilely as you want to.
Right.
And yeah, I agree with you on that. It's like, I promise you we're making good, educated decisions for you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll document it. If I need to call you for some reason, I will, but I can't call every single one of our clients before we make a move because it's going to be too late by then.
Yeah, right. Then you miss the opportunity, right? Yeah. I use in marketing, I'm say, with their core value is efficiency. So with our employees, sometimes I'm like, if you came up with the absolute best Christmas campaign in the world and it launched on the 26th, it's trash.
Yeah.
It's absolute trash.
Yeah.
So you have to like pay attention to the clock too, because there's a level of, journalism too with marketing where you're like, if you miss the mark, then it's not going to fly. So it becomes part of it. I'd like rather you get out a B+ product if there's something time sensitive and people will forgive you for the kerning and that type not being perfect. I didn't even see it, right? Like stuff like that where all of our folks are really good about understanding that and knowing what to let go of to make sure that things get out appropriately.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people are kind of like obsessed with like the perfection side of it, or even like, it could be an Instagram post or an Instagram story for the business. If it's getting to a point where it's not going to get out, I'm just send it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care. I just want the content out there.
Yeah.
Like if I, recording this I remember there was one podcast we were recording and I had messed up one of the contribution limits. And I was like, oh, that's wrong. I like backtracked and like kept going. And someone pointed it out to me. And I was like, I don't really care.
Right. Well, you're paying attention.
Right. You're paying attention. But yeah, it's a mistake. Like things happen. Like out of the top of my head, I said the wrong number and I backtracked and figured it out. But like it's just something that needs to get done. I don't really care about that side of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I agree with you. So what are your plans for this year? What are you guys going to do?
Oh, gosh. We are in obviously growth mode if we're trying to improve our website and all of our marketing. Honestly, it's keep going with this podcast. It's been fantastic. We're always trying to kind of expand our brand and just expand, what it is we're doing. I'd say one of the main focuses that we've been doing is a big part of our growth has been like networking events and just like trying to meet as many people as possible. But it's been so difficult to scale that. You can only be in so many places at one time. So just trying to find ways of scaling like our marketing and our brand so it's not all relying on, just like myself, my brother, my father. So that's been a big focus. I would say business wise, It's the same old, same old. Majority of our clients are individuals. One area that we've been really focusing on is the employer sponsored plans. So 401ks, 403bs. We rolled out a new product like 8 months ago where it's like a website that people can go to, and it's got a video talking about their 401k plan or their employer sponsored plan, all the details about it, what they need to know as far as like their match, what they can contribute, either traditional or Roth, what the different like vesting or terminology means. And then it's got links to all of our podcast episodes.
Cool.
Links to like different education videos, like what's the difference between a Roth and an IRA or traditional IRA. It's got like the HR information, our information, plan summary documents, all of it.
That's cool.
So it's just like a one-stop shop for everything you need.
That's really cool.
So that's been a really big thing we've been pushing, which has been I get geeked out over that kind of stuff, but that's been a lot of fun.
Well, that's great. I mean, it's just educating your clients because you want them to know what you're doing, right? And be excited about it too. So the fact that you guys are pushing so hard for that I'm really similar with our marketing. Be like, I don't want to, if the client doesn't know what jargon you're talking about, like even I was catching myself when I said CPC because I know you know what it means.
Yeah.
Like your audience might not. I'm like,
right.
I sound like a jerk, or like I want you to know what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's easy to understand, right? We're experts in it and we can move quickly, but you're like, I want you to understand what I'm doing.
Right. Being in the business for so long, like you can get that kind of jargon. If you're not able to like scale it down to where someone can understand it that's not familiar with your business, like you really need to like refine those tools.
Right.
Like I always find like when I'm meeting with a client, there's no dumb questions.
No.
Please ask as many questions as possible. If you don't understand something or if you want to know more about something, like please let me know. I'm happy to talk about it. I can talk about it all day long.
Yeah.
But if you just like Anthony, I don't want to know anything that's going on. Like I got to focus on, my job, my life, my kids, my family, whatever it is. You just do this.
Yeah.
Happy to do it. But yeah, there are no dumb questions. Our like famous slogan is you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know it, you're not going to know it. So please ask the question so I can tell you and you understand like what it is we're doing and why.
And get creative with it so that also if they're asking those types of questions, it could be like, well, this is how I would solve it differently.
Yeah.
Can I tell you another client story that I was kind of proud of?
Obviously.
So one of our clients, they had a previous agency buying it's ski company. They were buying ski mountain radiuses so that their ads showed up on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's a move. And they're like, well, I'm like, how many people while they're skiing with skis on are going to be buying skis?
Right.
Not a lot, right? I'm like that. So if it's a brand awareness play, also how many people who are skiing are looking on their phone outside of the chairlift? Like they're not. Right. They're ripping fireball shots and like or chilling with their kids, right, on the chairlift. So like, I'm like, I don't think I would do that, and it's kind of expensive what you were spending the money on. You could go out and buy stickers for $500 and get the same amount of exposure by encouraging your clients to slap them on the back of their helmets. Because that's what you're staring at the whole way. And that's
an awesome idea.
So it's stuff like that where we're thinking outside of the box always to say, like, I would target skiers who live near your store who might not have skis yet, or try to break in and get new moms. Like, I didn't know how expensive, or I thought skiing was going to be extremely expensive because as a skier, I knew how expensive it was. I'm like, I'm not freaking paying for my 5-year-old to go, like a full lift ticket to go 3 times. I'm like, well, you can go just do the bunny hill at Bristol or these places, and ski rentals at ski company are $60. I'm like, that's actually extremely affordable.
Yeah.
Just educating people that might have these misconceptions or whatever. So it's like when people it's never a dumb question because they're like, what, should I be doing this? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, let's talk about it.
Yeah. I feel like people are always just afraid of not knowing things.
Yeah.
Like they're just afraid of like looking silly or whatever it is.
Or they're like trusting their gut on some stuff. And I'm like, no, your gut is right. I'm telling you that this person was selling you something I wouldn't have sold you. You need a second opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
And like, I could be wrong. Be like, show me did you tie it back to sales?
Right. Yeah. And I mean, fundamentally, it's just like I sell skis. I want to go to a ski resort, obviously, because people have skis there.
Yeah.
But on the back end of it, it's like, well, people are skiing, have skis.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Ironically, we were, my wife and I were just talking about, I grew up in Canandaigua, so I went to Bristol Harbor or Bristol Mountain quite a bit. But we're trying to get back into skiing. And
We should. It's been
I
fun.
I used to ski a ton. I've tried snowboarding a couple times, so I think I'm gonna go snowboarding route.
Oh, fun.
It's just I feel like at this age, like I feel like skiing is just like the joints and all that is just a
Yeah.
lot more difficult. But we want to get our kids into it too eventually.
Do it. We'll take our kids out together. It'd be
There you
fun.
go.
Yeah. We just did a big Linden retreat at Bristol. We all went and whoever didn't ski hung up by the bar, and whoever did, we all went
Great time.
skiing and went snowboarding. It was super fun. Yeah. And
That's awesome. That's a great idea.
yeah, getting all of our kids into it now. So
Nice.
yeah, it's been great. Shout out Bristol. Shout out ski company.
That's a nice little slide right there. That
Yeah.
was good. That was good. Yeah. What age do kids usually start? Like, and my son's turning 5 this year.
Dakota was 4.
All right.
Yeah, and she actually liked it. She did pretty good. But you're setting expectations. I'm like hauling her butt a 45-minute drive to
Yeah.
Bristol, 3 runs, and then she wants French fries.
Yeah.
So it's just getting her excited to go.
Yeah.
And, for me, it's a little cold and a little frustrating. So I'm like, oh, it'd be really nice to go like down a big mountain, but I'm here.
Low
for it.
expectations. I mean, French fries sounds amazing. I know my wife would be on board with that.
Yeah.
French fries, a drink, relax by the
Mhm.
fire, stay warm.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
My son's 2.5. We're actually going to try with him just because he's nuts and needs to get his energy out. So
So 5 and 2.5?
5.5, 2.5. Yeah.
All right. Very close. My son's 4.5. My daughter's 2.5.
Oh, cute. That's awesome. I mean, yeah, they could both come out.
Yeah.
Ski company.
Ski company.
Yeah. But that was the pre-sale. It might be like they're out of rentals this year.
Oh,
I know. They're working on it.
business too good.
Business is too good. Yeah.
Any other brain busters, questions for me?
I just really enjoyed our conversation. This was fun. I didn't know where it was going to go. I was really excited to talk to somebody who's in marketing.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm talking about, and I like talking to people in finance because I'm so bad at it. So it's
You don't know
just
what you don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll do one next time and I'll interview you and I'll be like, all right, I'm going to ask all the dumb questions.
I love that.
Okay.
Love that. It's so funny because we'll do an episode of like finance confessions, and people will like submit things that they're like ashamed of or like things that they're not sure if they should share or not, and we'll go over the financial confessions. It gets really interesting.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Let's end on a financial confession.
Oh gosh. Let's see.
I know what mine is.
All right, you go first.
Okay. I spent $80 on a swan faucet for our bathroom at Linden headquarters.
What's the swan faucet?
It looks like a swan. It's
Oh,
like
it's
it's literally a swan.
literally
that
a swan.
Spits water out so you can wash your hands.
Wow.
Like plumbing. Yeah. And that swan faucet probably had like the most positive ROI from just people sheer joy that was a choice that we made.
Fair enough.
Could have gone $20. Spraying for the $80 swan faucet.
Okay.
One of our best decisions that we've ever made.
I've got one that hasn't paid off yet. I treated myself to a new golf bag and head covers. I got Instagram targeting, got me good. There's this golf bag that I've been researching for probably a few months. The head covers were probably over a year. I've been looking at these things. But they had a sale, and I want to say it was a Black Friday deal. It's a $350 bag that I didn't need at all, but it's really nice.
Is your heart happy though?
Oh, yeah.
How many clients are you going to get as a result of how fresh you look on the golf course? I was about to say golf field because I don't do golf, but you're going to look so good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, it reciprocates with my game. Hopefully, I play as well as
You
my
will.
looks.
I think it will.
The head covers I'm most excited about. Have you heard of the drink a transfusion?
No.
It's this phenomenal drink. It's like a famous drink you have on the golf course. I can't tell you what's in it. I think it's
like alcohol or like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're golfing, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna drink water on the golf course. They've got a vodka one, a tequila one. But it's like cranberry, maybe some Sprite, which you probably won't like. And then some liquor. But they're absolutely delicious. So these head covers are little images of the transfusions, and they look awesome.
That's so funny. You just send me a picture.
I will.
Okay.
I will.
Cool. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Yes, that's my confession. I spent way too much. I think the head covers were like. Hopefully, my wife's not listening. I think the head covers are like $150.
It's There's going to be an ROI on them this summer. Just track it. How many people
Oh yeah,
come and talk to you because of the head covers?
yes. And I did read that. That was one of the reviews. A lot of people used to talk about those head covers whenever people had them out. So
Perfect. I support you.
yeah.
You support my swan faucet?
Oh, 1,000%.
Thank you. And I support your head covers. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Did we do a podcast?
I think we did.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so proud of
Look
us.
at us.
We're
Look
in
at
marketing. I know.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Looking forward to watching the business grow. Looking forward to many more awards for you.
Thank you.
And yeah, if anyone's looking for some help with their marketing, website, any kind of digital work, and want to see what it's going to cost you and what you're going to get out of it, reach out. Linden Digital, Lindsay Connelly right here.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Anthony. This was fun.
Thank you.
Awesome.